Okie doke.
I'm recording. Yay! Okay, everybody. This is Lori Broccoloni, HappyNaturalHorse.com with Lis-Wesson. She is a certified equine pain point practitioner, release practitioner. She also does cranial. She does the kinesiology taping, and she lives in Canada. I don't know what part of Canada, but I'm sure it's on the eastern part of Canada. And I just wanted to introduce you to her because she's a fantastic person. She gives workshops on the equine pain point release and people how to help their horses through natural methods. So welcome.
Thank you, Lori.
So thank you for joining us. What prompted you to become an equine practitioner?
I think because I had my own time and he had some issues, and I was working for Equine Wellness magazine at the time, and that's where I met you. And I just thought, yeah, this is kind of interesting, and this is something I can do. Always loved therapies for my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what got me started. And then you introduced the certification side of it last year. I had bought your book, 3-4 years ago in your DVD.
Right.
I was able to do it, and then you did you actually did a certification option. So I did that last year. And
right.
Got the ball rolling.
So, what did you like? Were you surprised how easy it was? Was it easy for you to learn the pain points, or was it difficult to find them?
It's very easy. It's very easy. I have a past history of doing some acupressure and some red light therapy and some energy work and animal communication. So that does help to have that in my position, because I can help people better because I've got more of that background. But as just a regular horse owner, it's very easy for you to do. So I thought that'll be something that I can do to help people the way that you've helped me with my horses and my friends' horses I was working on. So then I started to do the workshops and offer workshops for just regular horse owners. I have massage therapists coming to do my workshops. I have people who have taken the Masterson method just to introduce and to add it to their regime of natural therapies.
Wow, I didn't know that. I have never run across the Masterman method person yet. So I get to ask you, did they see the big difference?
Yes, they
what's
did.
the difference between, I know he doesn't address the pain points, I don't think. I don't know, because I don't know a Masterman method. I took his book course, but.
Yeah, it's a different approach. I love it. And I love mixing a bit of everybody's. When you get into the therapies that I'm doing, it's a bit of a mixture of this, a bit of yours, a bit of acupressure, and then of course now the cranial sacral therapy. Oh my goodness, it's just so powerful. So it's nice to be able to offer more than just.
And it's whatever the horse needs too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they let you know what they need.
Yeah, they do. That's incredible. That's good to know. So, so what have your challenges been? Have you had any challenges getting your work out there, or any difficulties?
No challenges getting the work out there. I think the challenges are to get people to understand how important it is to have a proper mineral and proper feeding program and natural feeding program, and to not wait till their horse is broken.
Yeah,
that's a big thing, because horses, they work in opposites. Like they'll compensate and they work in opposites. So if their left pole is out, then their right hind hip is out, type of thing. And people don't really realize it's related to the front rib, actually.
right.
I probably would say 90% of my pain release issues is releasing the front rib, or the first rib under the scapula.
Yeah.
Do that.
Not many people know about that one, do they?
No, they don't. So
and you see a big relief on the horse, don't you?
Huge.
It's amazing.
It's just so the challenges, I would say, is to get people to commit to doing this for their horses. And I understand when you've got 5 horses that you own, it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me an hour to do each one. Well, when you get good at it, it doesn't take you an hour, and you can learn how to check them. And if your horse isn't holding their releases properly and their adjustments, then you need to look at something different, at their food, or maybe they need a cut. I mean, that's what I'm there for.
Right. Yeah, I've been working with a lady in Arkansas or Tennessee, and she was blaming everything the horse wasn't gaining weight. Well, it turns out she couldn't get a dentist out there. I kept saying it's his teeth, it's his teeth. They finally got a dentist out there, and of course he had a horrible mouth. They had to pull teeth, they had to do this, and now he's chewing, and now he's gaining weight. It could be just something that simple, you know. But,
and you know, even teaching in the workshop, it's nice to have the opportunity to, not about just releasing pain points, but teaching people about the temporomandibular joint.
yes.
And I mean, I love slow feeders. I'm a huge slow feeder fan. However, I'm seeing so many people having them put up by the sky. So the horses head their way up. Their jaws have to be down at the ground or down,
Right.
because the bottom jaw slides forward.
Right.
So there's a lot of other things that we like to teach in our workshop, just to educate them, because it's, I got a slow feeder, great, but how high are you feeding that slow feeder?
Right.
Be at their knee level.
Even the salt blocks, those little ones that they hang at the stalls, the salt blocks, they'll lick them and lick them and lick them, and then they start taxing the over here.
They do, and they usually can't get enough salt if they're licking.
Well, no, they're not going to.
No, they should be,
because their tongues are too smooth.
Yeah, so they really should be given some loose salt alternative for their own choice, not force fed. So yeah, and your feeding program has really helped.
Oh, thank you so much.
It really has. I mean,
Great.
all that vinegar and aloe vera.
So what do your students think about your workshops? Are they amazed at the difference in the horses?
They love them. They do. And, you know, it's when I see that I'm having massage therapists and people who are much more knowledgeable on every muscle, and of course, because they take that for 3 years in school. This is my passion turned second job. So
right.
Sure, I know some of the muscles, absolutely, and how they work, but my gosh, it's so intimidating to have them come to my course thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be good enough? And they all just walk away with just such a great knowledge to just grow onto their own businesses. And for the regular salon horse owners that can just use this themselves and check their pain points and keep their horse balanced.
That's wonderful. I think that's awesome. What I usually tell people that when they come to my workshops and they are more knowledgeable on the body parts than I am, I just, the horse really doesn't care what the body part's name is. He wants you to find that pain point.
Right.
What it's about. It's about the feel and finding the pain point and looking at the horse and using it. And he doesn't really care what it's called. It could be or what, he doesn't care. But if you need that for your point of reference, that's fine. But it's all about, to me, the feeling, the hands-on feeling of it, and then watching the horse's reaction and then testing them. And sometimes I have to use acupressure. Sometimes I have to use the stress point. Sometimes I have to use my laser. All what the horse needs. And so you're right. So it is a little intimidating because that Virginia lady, she was just really all over the place with the Latin words. And I'm like, I really, just show me physically, you know what I mean? And I think people can learn that way better. So
they can, yeah.
So I made the book for the average person to do it, so they wouldn't be intimidated by the big words, to help their horses. So where do you do your workshops? Do you do them at your place all the time, or do you just do different farms?
Different farms all over Ontario, or wherever people want to take me. I might go to BC out west, Western Canada, and I'll go to host stables. So I've basically, all my advertising is on Facebook and Instagram.
Great.
And I do have a web.
Now you got the workshops. I was supposed to, sometimes, I don't know. It's just, I used to give them a lot at the rescues, but a lot of the rescues have closed in my area. So it's just a matter of getting people together. But I commend you for giving the workshops, because I think was my goal, is to get as many horse people to recognize when their horses are in pain, and you're doing that. And I really, really appreciate you doing that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I just love it. I mean, I teach as my regular job, and I thought, maybe I can do something with this, because this is something anybody can do. I'm not.
And you're helping.
And I'm helping. And a lot of my people in my clinic say, are you sure you want to give away your secrets? And I said, well, I would rather do cranial sacral, or do, let you guys do the pain release points. And then those pain release points and the yoga stretches, I teach those as well, because to me, the yoga stretches and core strengthening exercises that I like to teach are a sign. If they can't do those, they need their pain release points released.
Right.
So those are kind of that's the core strengthening. But if your horse can't do that, there's something wrong, and you need to get right. That. So it's kind of, you do the pain release points, let me do the other stuff that I've learned that's more technical and the cranial.
Right. Well, usually when I do have students that become certified, they do really well, and then they move on. They go and do like acupressure, or they do massage therapy. They move on and do more and learn more. They do the cranials, they do the yoga, and which is what I want, because I'm always learning. I'm always
Googling. Google something. YouTube is my best friend.
Yeah, it sure is. But it's all about helping the horse, because if you can help the horse, if you can get the horse owner to help their horse to recognize it, to me, they'll be a more balanced horse that's willing to do stuff for them. And not only that, they have less vet bills.
Oh, very much. It saves them a lot of money. A lot of money. And a lot of money in buying all this processed food.
It's awful. Yeah. So have you seen your vet bills go down since you've been acquaintanced?
Actually, my horse passed away.
Oh, so, was he old?
No, he was only 14. He just had an aneurysm and died.
An aneurysm?
So, yeah, an aneurysm.
Mm. And what kind of horse was he?
He was a Bashkir Curly.
Oh my.
Yeah, he was a great horse. So I kind of gave up on that. I sold everything, and I put all my work and time into studying and helping other people. And I live vicariously through my clients right now.
Oh, okay. So you don't have a horse anymore. Well, sometimes those things happen. So
I was devastated.
He died of like a stroke, too. Even on the natural feeding program. But he was a thoroughbred, and a lot of times they crossbreed them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pedigree. And if they're way outcrossed, I've never seen one live long. I mean, when they go past 10, 12, or 13, they just go. Or sometimes they just go at the track. They run around the track and just die. and the vets have told us that there's just too much crossbreeding. Mm-hmm. And it's horrible. But I think they're getting a handle on it now.
Oh, I hope. I do use stables in the area, and whoever wants to host the workshop, I book everything through me for now, and I just show up at people, and it helps promote their stable for them.
Right.
And it helps their horse, because people can either bring their horses in or use the host's horses.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, how many people in the group do you do, or do you have a minimum or a maximum?
I have a minimum, because I do the maximum that I do is 6 horses, but I don't do them, showing people how to do them, because it takes some while. And then the host horse is my demo horse. So there's 7 horses that are done in one day, and that's a lot.
Oh, I see. So do you have the people do it hands-on though, right? How many participants? You only do 6 participants, or do you do 12?
6 participants with their 6 horses.
Oh, okay.
And the demo horse is usually the host horse, and the host isn't. I don't charge them for it, obviously.
Right.
I teach them by showing them, and then I have as many auditors. There could be 10 or 12 people auditing, but I
never even thought of auditing. That is a really good idea.
I get them all involved. So I have clipboards and I have it all written down. I have all the points written down, similar to your book.
Right.
Everybody can follow. So I have the auditors. So I have a person holding the horse, a person auditing to call out the points, and then the person that's paid to do the the actual workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And I get two going at the same time, and I just run back and forth between horses and just monitor what everybody's doing, and it's worked out really well.
And have you found that the horses are willing participants in having their pain points released? I mean, do you have some that are difficult to do?
Yes, I find the ones that are difficult to do. Actually, there was one in another clinic that just was going to kick us and we were going to get hurt. And I said, okay, this is not going to happen, because it's all about safety, number one.
Right.
So then at the end, I said, so I had another horse come out, one of the stable owners' horses that we used, so they could at least still learn. And at the end of the clinic, I did a cranial sacral therapy session on this horse's head, and it completely calmed down. It was amazing.
Wow.
So it's just
amazing.
It's really good. And then the other thing I'm finding is for the belly lifts and the releasing the ribs, if they have ulcers, they're not happy. You really can't do them without getting kicked, and I won't do that. So then I say,
right.
I need to address the ulcers, and then let's move forward from this.
Correct.
So yeah, ulcers are big.
Yeah. Well, people create them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
create them into their horses.
Huh?
Do what now? You cut out.
Not a natural environment for them, what we're putting them in. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're such great creatures. They're so tolerant, but their guts are very sensitive. So, but we have natural remedies for the ulcers too.
Yeah.
Natural remedies. So, just have to talk to us, and we'll help them. Then
right.
Don't have to pay all
now,
the money.
Do you use essential oils?
I do, yes. Lavender is one of my best friends.
Yes, of course.
Yep, and I've got various other ones, eucalyptus, bergamot, just depends on what they want and what the horse needs. But I use lavender a lot.
Do you use the doTERRA, or do you use another program?
I'm not into the doTERRA yet, only because I've spent so much money on courses right now.
Yeah.
I use ones from my natural food store, but I do want to get into using doTERRA.
Right. I had a difficult pony one time, and I had my kit with me, and I for some reason my gut told me to pull up past tense, and he didn't want the other oils, but he loved that past tense, like to release the past.
Yeah.
And licking it, and then he just calmed right down. It was so weird, but he had a lot of anxiety. I don't know where he was. The lady said he had a lot of abuse in his life, so. And then I did the emotion code. I don't know. Do you use the emotion code sometimes?
I do. Yes. I just started doing that, and it's really interesting. Wow.
Isn't that? Now, did you get the free ebook from the Practitioner site? Because there's one in there.
Yes, I got it. Actually, a friend of mine sent it to me, the emotion code.
Oh, great.
I got it complimentary anyway. And I do sit at home because I find that doing the energy work part does intimidate people and can freak people out. They're not open to it. So I'll do it at the privacy of my own home as a distance animal communication.
Oh, okay. So you just take the horse that you think needs it and you do it later? Is that what you do?
I'll do it later. Yeah.
But you ask the horse for permission.
Yes, always. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll pendulum test and I'll just do it that way and just pretend I have the magnet and visualize the magnet releasing the emotion. And yeah, so just that.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. I never even thought about that, but I just do it in front of people. I don't care what they, it's like, look, if you're not open, that's fine. If you're open, that's fine. But most of the time when I do the horse and they see the response, then they want done themselves. So
yeah. Yes.
I do them.
I think I'll start doing that when I'm a bit more comfortable with it, I think.
Right. Yeah.
You're a little farther along with that than I am, but.
Well, I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, you have.
I'm
still in
I love it. I love it. I love it. So,
very rewarding, isn't it?
It is. It's very rewarding. I love helping people, and I love helping, people with their horses too. And just,
oh, me too.
So, okay. Do you have any advice to give to horse owners or maybe other students about the pain point release or learning about any kind of modality? Oh, tell us about the taping. How does that work? The kinesiology taping.
Well, kinesiology taping is really interesting because it can be used for many ways. And to me, every chiropractor, every massage therapist can do this because it helps to support muscle groups and tendons and ligaments.
Okay.
It helps to prevents injuries. It helps to calm inflammation down. It's a pain reduction. There's pain reduction tapings that you can do. There's tapings to increase proprioception, which is it's the way the brain tells that muscle group to move, and it will, we automatically will walk normally, but if you have a sore leg, we limp. So
Right.
if you tape that muscle group, it will tell your brain that, oh, this leg needs to go back to where it is normally. So that's what proprioception is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's amazing. It's very powerful. In fact, I don't know about in the States, but I'm sure in the States, but in Canada, there's some sports that we can't use taping in to compete in.
Get out!
Because
Why?
it does work so well. It works so well that you can't compete with tape on. You can put tape on and take it off right before you compete. But yes.
That's incredible.
So it is amazing because my human physiotherapist tapes us all the time. And it's so effective. And then when I learned about it and heard about it, first of all, in Equine, I thought, that's just another little thing in my box I can do. And boy, it's something that I add as an extra. It should,
right.
I mean, it does work just on its own, but it should be supporting of the other treatments.
Right. Great. Yeah, I bought some tape, sort of like the kinesiology tape from Walmart because I hurt my ankle. And they're like little strips. So I put it on there and I could not believe like how much it took the pain away.
It works amazing.
So,
Yeah, for support, for inflammation, pain relief, proprioception. It's got numerous uses.
Yeah, I wish my husband, he wouldn't let me tape them, but I use the oils on them. So just as well. So, okay. Well, and what area of Canada are you in?
I'm in Ontario, so I'm about 3 hours north of Buffalo and 3 hours west of Detroit. So
wow,
I'm not too far from you, actually. Probably,
no, you're not.
So, southwestern Ontario is where I live, but I'll go anywhere in Ontario and Canada to do these workshops.
Great. And so do you have a website?
I have, it's www.wessonnaturaltherapies.ca.
Okay. And I will,
and Instagram as well.
okay. And I will post that below.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Great. Thank you.
Send me the link. That would be great.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time.
Thank you so much, Lori.
Sharing your experiences and your knowledge. And I appreciate you helping horses and horse owners and getting it out there. And I can see by your face and your aura and everything that this is your passion, and this is what you love to do. So
thank you. It is. And thank you, Lori, for your guidance and all your knowledge and for getting me certified. That's great.
Yeah, that's fun.
Started the ball rolling.
Stop the recording.